Carol Bourgonje's first solo exhibition titled The Innerstanding will showcase her latest series of artworks exploring her inner journey and selfhood. In this exhibition, she's navigating a way of instinctive art making by creating a unity between the canvas, paint and her selfhood. The opening is scheduled to take place on Thursday the 10th of June and will run until the 31st of July 2021. For more on this, we are joined by the artist herself, Carol Bourgonje. Carol, very good morning to you. Thanks for joining us and a warm welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning to you guys as well on this wintry morning.
I know it's very, very cold, but we'll keep the fires burning. Carol, take us through the inspiration behind this series of artwork.
Having taken up art again after many years, it was an inward journey that basically unfolded into an exploration of my expression. So, you know, connecting with the canvas and having that freedom to actually express just unfolded naturally. And in doing that, I realized that I had a lot to share. So I allowed myself to let go and explore.
And I suppose then that, allowing yourself the freedom to express yourself freely perhaps led to the title Innerstanding. I mean, why Innerstanding?
Exactly.
What makes the name so fitting?
I've had a spiritual journey that's occurred pretty much throughout my life. And having had an incredible experience in Egypt, I had a friend who expressed that word that continually stuck with me. And it really related to what this process was, being the inner self and getting to know thyself. And having a certain amount of clarity allowed me to fully use the word, which is certainly not in the dictionary, but a great expression for me. My inner standing is the understanding of myself. And the exploration through my art allowed me to do that.
You know, Carol, I'm actually, juggling, listening to you and as well as indulging in the beauty of these slides that I see on the screens right now. I'm totally blown away. So how does the title then contribute to the understanding of the artwork itself?
I think that's really an individualized experience. It's completely up to the audience that is viewing it. Each person is going to have something different evoke within themselves. And I think that's what my art is there to do, is to allow that individual who is seeing it to have, their own inner standing of what that piece is for them. And I'm very happy to say that, they will experience that through my art. And it's the inner voice that speaks, and that's what's important for me, for each individual.
Touche, the inner voice that speaks. I quite take that, Carol, because the artwork may reveal different narratives to the observer. But which one do you think is more universal?
Which piece? Which piece of art?
In as much as the artwork may reveal different narratives to the observer, but which one do you think is more universal?
I don't say that there's one that is more expressive than another. So it's really an individual experience, and it's unique to that person. And for one, it will express, nature. Another, it will express something else that is an emotive feeling within themselves. So there isn't one specific universal code to experience.
In as much as your artwork, Carol, is a reflection and an expression of a multiplicity of feelings, what sort of emotions are noticeable in this artwork?
I'm hoping that it would allow them to feel the same kind of freedom that I felt when I actually partook in the experience of the art. It's almost like a dance for me. So I'm fully embracing the movement of my body when I actually paint. And I'm hoping that that's what's expressed through the flow of each piece. Obviously, each one is more different, is different from the other, but there is a great deal of flow, and I'm hoping that will evoke a certain amount of freedom. And inside of that freedom, then it expresses what their feeling is because they've allowed themselves to let go.
You know, I'm quite curious to know how you manage to use line, shape and color to sort of contribute to the mood or the meaning of the artwork.
You know, the line, shape and color are a natural, technical term of what's there. There is no, I express myself as an intuitive, abstract expressionist. And there's no moment that I'm being dictated to while I am expressing myself. It is literally being in the moment and allowing it to release. So those forms come through completely naturally. It's not something that I think about. It just occurs in the moment. I don't plan a piece of art. It literally just unfolds on its own.
And just going through the images on the screen, I mean, it sort of evokes a certain emotion in me. And how are you hoping the artwork is received by those indulging in it?
I just want them to enjoy and allow themselves to be honest and allow time to sit back and reflect. You know, there are a lot of people that observe without truly connecting, and I think that's the key for me.
Okay. And for those wanting to indulge on the beauty and majesty of such beautiful artwork, share the details of this exhibition.
It's held at a gallery called Art is Art, owned by Renault, and it is in the Buchanan Square in Woodstock. It is, our launch date is on Thursday the 10th. Anyone is welcome between 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock.
Okay.
In the evening. We're going to have drinks. We're going to have food to eat, so that we're going to be indulging in all the senses. There's going to be beautiful music playing that I've worked on. And if you aren't able to make it then, my exhibition, as you mentioned, is right through until the end of July. I feel very privileged that he's allowed me this time. And it is a solo exhibition. So I'll be available to anyone who wants to meet me thereafter if they have any questions. Okay, so are we able to buy the portraits after the exhibition?
Absolutely. Okay, good stuff.
Yes.
Great stuff.
So when the heart opens up and there's love for a piece, hopefully that transaction will take place.
Okay, good stuff. Carol, great chatting to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.
Great. We just spoke to Carol Bourgonje on her solo exhibition titled The Innerstanding. Now, the opening, as you mentioned, is scheduled to take place on Thursday, the 10th of June at Art is Art Gallery in Woodstock in Cape Town.